Thank you for tuning in to Big City Chronicles. Surge here at the third annual Salt Lake Comic-Con with the amazing, talented, and handsome Bryan Brandenburg.
You're too kind.
Well, Bryan, no, you don't know me yet, but we actually worked together.
You look
once.
familiar.
Yeah, we actually worked on a panel at U of U Law School.
Oh, that's right. San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, the infamous, talking about trademark law.
That's right. It was a fun panel.
See, now this shows how close I am to you because I just revealed my secret identity to you.
Don't everybody keep this secret. We got to keep this secret.
Yeah. Well, one thing we surely don't keep secret is Salt Lake Comic-Con, because you are a genius at marketing.
Well, I think I'm good at taking what we've created and communicating it to the fans, and have them spread the word.
Mm-hmm. And that is sort of your background, because I remember from the panel we did, you do have a marketing and sales background, right?
Well, actually my roots are computer game development, and as I built a couple of large computer game companies as CEO, a lot of times when we started up, I was the head of sales and marketing, and so I was the one who went and got our contracts with Hasbro and with Disney and things like that.
Yeah, see, now all of that is coming to use here.
Well, Disney is an amazing brand, for example, and I learned a lot about what it takes to create a world-class brand and then communicate that, and so we like to think of ourselves as the second happiest place on earth.
Wow, look at that. That's a great tagline too. Do I see that as a tagline around? Put that on your website.
Yeah, that's kind of our unofficial mantra. We don't want to get any more trademark disputes.
Exactly, yeah. You gotta take down the feisty ones down in San Diego.
Well, they're great people down there. We still went down to the show as their guest, and we're pursuing a settlement, and we're optimistic about resolving that in a good way.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. In the sci-fi and the superhero world, right, in comic books, I mean, you see, look, Batman versus Superman coming up. You see people, they have their scuffles, they have their issues, and then they kiss and make up, shake hands, and buy guns, right?
Yeah, we're looking forward to having a long-term relationship with San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, they've been great too. They played our first film, Surge of Power: The Stuff of Heroes, when we first were starting out, and they allowed us to shoot there one year when we did some scenes. So I mean, every con has something to contribute to the fandom.
Absolutely, and I mean, what our position has always been is that Comic-Con is really a global brand, and that it would be unfair to talk about New York Comic-Con and Paris Comic-Con and all the Comic-Cons around the world and say, you know what, Comic-Con is a worldwide international phenomena, and certainly San Diego is an important component of that. But when people are in New York and they go to Comic-Con, they're going to New York Comic-Con, and it's the culture and camaraderie of all those fans that really build what is so powerful and beautiful.
Well, it's just a Comic-Con from a trademark perspective, like Zipper and Escalator, right? When it sort of gets consumed and subsumed by the community, by the marketplace, then it's a word that we own, not an individual company owns.
Yeah, the lawyers call it genericized.
Exactly. But speaking of branding, when we did that panel, you brought out the car.
That's right. Well, we do have a Salt Lake Comic-Con car, and we drove it in San Diego, and last time we checked, we were on public streets, and that was fine. And in hindsight, if we would have realized that they would get so upset about it, in hindsight, we wouldn't have done it. But we didn't feel like we were trying to confuse brands or anything like that. We took the car down to get pictures with our guests like Bonner Bennett and Jason David Frank, and so you can't change the past, and we hope that we can move beyond that. And in reality, as you look at their initial letters and the initial lawsuit, what they're complaining about are such a fraction of what is happening that we think we're going to be able to resolve it.
That's good. I didn't bring up the car to bring up the issue. I brought up the car because I want to bargain with you. I'll give you a ride in the Surgemobile sometime if you give me a ride in the
That sounds
Salt
like a deal.
Lake
We'll make it happen. It's right up front.
There you go. Well, Bryan, thank you so much for spending time with us. Thank you for tuning in to Big City Chronicles. And until next time,
When serving justice, dish it out.